Thank you, CDF. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Your Excellency, President Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, our guests, and indeed our guest of honor at our celebration tomorrow of Madaraka, and to all fellow Kenyans who are here, let me begin by saying that it is a great honor for me to be able today to lead the nation as we commission the Uhuru Gardens National Monument and Museum. This monument and museum perfectly capture, I do believe, the majesty of our people, eloquently tells about their heroism, the sacrifices that led to our independence, but also that bears testimony to the highs as well as the lows that have defined post-independence Kenya. In addition to being a place for remembrance, reflection, and healing, this is also an arena where the past, present, as well as our future shall converge. Ladies and gentlemen, while our nation may have begun as a colonial construct, it was we, the people of Kenya, who decided to make the Kenyan nation we know today. We came together and forged a melting pot of cultures whose strength lies in our diversity. We have created, as a country, a beacon of peace and stability to which many across our region, our continent, and the world do flock to experience. We have built an island of democracy and the rule of law that is an example of the power of the people and the majesty of constitutional governance. This, a fact envied by many across the globe. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we unveil this monument and museum, we have set in stone, steel, marble, wood, and glass, the tale of Kenya's triumphs as well as our tragedies. Yes, these are just materials, but at the end of the day, is that our rich history as a nation and the fundamental values that define us that are just exhibited here are eternal to each and every one of us. So this physical manifestation is something that should exist in the minds and the hearts, as well as the memories of every Kenyan. So on this occasion, we are reminded that history does provide invaluable lessons that give context to the present. By looking back, we are better able to look forward. We cannot march boldly into our promised golden future if we do not learn from the lessons of the past and apply them to our present. So the museum that we have commissioned today will narrate every significant event in our Kenyan history, going back many, many years. A history not told by others about us, but a history gathered by Kenyans for Kenyans. It will also be a place that will commemorate our contemporary history by highlighting our national building exploits, our sporting excellence, our social political growth, as well as our groundbreaking innovations that have cemented our place of pride in the community of nations. We are, therefore, on these grounds because there could be no better venue to host such a sacred endeavor. Uhuru Gardens has been the location where many seminal moments in our nation's history have occurred, and I don't wish to enumerate them. Many of you are aware of them. But most importantly, it also commemorates the ground where the British incarcerated many of our forefathers who fought for our freedoms. And it is also here that we regain the stewardship of our nation and assume the role of being architects of our own future. It is here that an enthusiastic nation witnessed the lowering of the Union Jack and the hoisting for the very first time of the Kenyan flag, as well as the very first recital of our national anthem. So therefore, stepping on these grounds should give each one of us a sense of national duty and reinforce our patriotism as Kenyans. We are called to work together to make Kenya the very best nation that it can be. And it can be. Indeed, as our national anthem so wisely advises us, tuungane mikono pamoja kazini na kila siku tuwe na shukrani. So on these 68 acres, there will be over 20 different galleries, and we will find different sections that I believe will inspire our belief in the greatness of our nation. Today, we have started just 4 on the peoples of Kenya, the birth of Kenya, and the Military Heritage Gallery. When Kenyans walk through the Heroes Boulevard, it is my hope that their spirits will be elevated by the sacrifices that were made by those who went before them. And indeed, at the end of the boulevard, there is also the tomb of the unknown warrior, which I believe represents every man and woman, known and unknown, who has served and continues to serve this country, and also the eternal memory of all those who have paid the ultimate price for that sacrifice. In respect of the memory of these great sons and daughters of Kenya, we have had the honor of lighting the eternal flame at the tomb of the unknown warrior, and its flame will flicker until the end of time to showcase Kenya's internal gratitude for the sacrifices and the struggles of those who have gone before us. Also contained here and etched in granite will be the names of all the deceased Kenyans to whom Kenya has bestowed a state honor or award since Madaraka Day of 1967 when we started. We honor all these patriots we did during their. This section will be a place of high honor and solemn reflection, continuously manned with a guard change at dawn and dusk. The Hall of Remembrance, where we are today, or right now, will offer individuals and groups a serene place to reflect on the life and service of their departed loved ones and colleagues. But not all our galleries will speak to our pain. There will also be those galleries that speak to our heroes, to academicians, to our sportsmen and women, to our innovation. These halls will speak to the coming future, and how the past has guided it through moments of great hope and national pride, and hopefully inspire new generations on a bold path for a greater future. Here, the Uhuru Gardens National Monument and Museum, we shall preserve our history, tell our story in our own voice, celebrate our people, those we have known and those who maybe previously we did not know. We shall also highlight our culture, our social diversity, as has never been done before. I am indeed proud to have midwifed the birth of this wonderful national endeavor. Nashukuru Mungu sana. An endeavor that is wholly conceived and built by Kenyans for Kenyans. And I urge every citizen to support the continuous growth of this project and to keep it alive and vibrant by visiting it, engaging with curators and administration, and actively contributing both in content and ideas. As you all can see, we are not yet finished, but the journey has started. I commend the Kenya Defense Forces leadership and all our men and women of KDF who have been part of this program. I congratulate the steering committee of the Uhuru Gardens National Monument and Museum. I congratulate all those who have been involved in this project in one way or another. The architects, the consultants, the engineers, contractors, suppliers, all partners, public servants, those from academia, our soldiers. You have all brought great pride to our nation. As I conclude, I must emphasize that the work of immortalizing the history of our nation is not the preserve of only monuments and museums. Each and every Kenyan is a living monument of the work of our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors, and the work of our teachers, our pastors, priests, imams, friends, and mentors. In our every word and action, we should seek to make them proud and to show them that theirs has not and will never be struggles in vain. As this monument and museum so eloquently demonstrates, it is the duty of present generations to preserve and build upon the legacy of preceding generations for the enduring benefit of future generations. It is our individual as well as our collective responsibility to the Almighty God of all creation, who has so abundantly blessed our land and nation, to ensure that justice will continue to be our shield and defender, and that we shall dwell in this land in unity, peace, and liberty, with plenty to be found within our borders. So, fellow Kenyans, I conclude by saying it is my high privilege and profound honor on the eve of the 59th anniversary of Madaraka Day to declare the Uhuru Gardens National Monument and Museum inaugurated, open, and to call upon those who come to continue this great work and immortalize the past for the benefit of our future. Mungu awabariki. Asanteni sana.